Story 1. Well, we've kicked ML out of the house. Wow, I can't believe how much this post has blown up. I definitely didn't expect this kind of response. Thank you all for the messages and comments. After everything that went down, my husband and I decided to call his sister to see if she would take our mother-in-law in. We explained what happened, and after a lot of shock and disbelief, Estelle says, ask her to pay you back. She already got her stimulus check. She should have enough. This was news to us. Apparently, Emile had already told Estelle that she received it. I completely lost it. She moves into our house, knows full well that my husband and I have both been financially impacted by the pandemic, gets her stimulus money, and does absolutely nothing. I wanted her out of our house, cultural norms of respecting elders aside. My husband finally understood how serious I was and took action. Long story short, he told her she needed to pay us back for the groceries and leave. She resisted for a few hours, saying things like, "My son won't throw me out. This can't be his decision." But my husband had enough of the complaining and told her that she could either pay up and leave, or we'd make sure the entire extended family knew exactly why she was being kicked out. That was enough to make her fall in line. But the drama didn't stop there. While she was packing, she kept forgetting not to wear her shoes around the house or put her shoe-covered feet on my couch. Not wearing outside shoes inside is a big cultural thing for me. Yesterday, I made painter, and the look on her face when she realized I could make Indian food with just milk and lemon juice was priceless. She left a while ago. We got our money back, and I've already placed an order on Amazon for some supplies. I also told my family what happened, and they're sending me a care package with rice, flour, and my favorite spices to hold me over until I can stock up again. Honestly, I'm feeling fantastic. This is the least stressed I've been in weeks. Comment 1. Saw title. Clicked on post. Scrolled down to see if this was the follow-up to the "My mill threw out all my food" post. Yes. Comment 2. I am a long-time lurker of this sub, and this is the first time I am ever responding to a story. Good. For you. This internet stranger in Canada is super proud of you and your husband. And you should be too. Comment 3. I saw your first post on Facebook. I was outraged. I grew up poor as fuck, and food is so important. To throw away someone else's food just because it's not what you're used to, and you're a guest in their home? Talk about entitled bullshit. I've dabbled in Indian food, and it took me a bit to get used to the flavors, but it's still good. Cooking it is a process. Like such a long process, but it was nice. And it's something a person puts a lot of love and effort into. To treat the way your mill did is such bullshit. Everything she did is bullshit. She's being racist and petty and disgusting. I'm so relieved that you got her out of your home. I was worried you might end up in an even more toxic situation. That's why I looked for the post. To try offering you support in any way I could. I have a ton of leftover Indian spices and some lentils and rice I can send your way if you message me. Comment 4. Take a picture of your empty cupboards before the stuff from Amazon starts coming in. If she ever tries to worm her way back in, remember how you felt when you came in and found your food stolen. Story 2. ML left my 19-month-old son in a playpen on his own while she painted. I'm feeling like a mess right now, and I've been this way for over a week. Last Saturday, I had work, and my partner had an event to attend, so we asked the in-laws to watch our 19-month-old son for the day. We made it clear that nap time was a priority. Anyone with a toddler knows how important naps are for their schedule. The only update I got all day was a message from my partner around 2:30 in the afternoon, letting me know that his mom had said our son was sleeping. When I picked him up later that evening, he was completely exhausted and crying. Turns out, he didn't get his nap. I wasn't too upset about it. Sometimes these things happen, right? But then I found out they had taken him to their daughter's house, where they were helping her decorate. There wasn't anywhere for him to nap, and worse yet, they put him in a playpen upstairs by himself while the adults were downstairs painting. I honestly didn't know what to say. I was absolutely flabbergasted. I felt helpless because, well, my son was in my arms and there's nothing I could do in that moment. The bigger issue now is that I don't trust my in-laws to watch him anymore. My partner has spoken to his mom about it, But now, just a week later, he expects her to watch our son again this weekend. He's getting annoyed with me because I said no, but I can't let it go. I feel like I'm being made to feel like I'm overreacting and should just forget about what happened, but I can't. It makes me sick to think about what could have happened, and I don't understand why they thought it was okay to do what they did in the first place. I just need some reassurance. Am I being overdramatic? Or am I justified in standing my ground here? Comment 1. This whole situation really depends on whether or not he was left alone for long periods of time without anyone checking on him, or if they were taking turns keeping tabs on what was going on with him between painting. Sometimes when you have something to do and you have a restless toddler, you're going to have to corral them somehow to keep them safe while you do what you have to do. Playpins or pack-in plays are some of the best inventions to use for that. I totally understand your worry about him being left alone. I know firsthand how tragedy can strike when babies are left alone for slightly too long. I would seriously consider finding out the details in which the situation was handled before you make any serious decisions. Comment 2. On one hand, you are absolutely right. Your baby is counting on you because you're the only one who will say he can't be stuck in a room alone for hours. He can't tell them no because he's entirely defenseless. On the other hand, do you know how long he was there? Did they leave him for 30 minutes hoping he would lay down and sleep? Or was it 3 hours of him being frantic and alone? Comment 3. You're justified in quietly booking a babysitter. Just until sis has moved in and the in-laws can concentrate on baby's needs. To be semi-fair, painting a baby while getting shit done is a time-honored tradition. You couldn't have wanted him down with the paint fumes. Story 3. I'll take the baby if you need help, Emile. I'm already feeling triggered by my Emile, and our daughter hasn't even arrived yet. I'm a first-time mom, and our C-section is scheduled for April 16th. As the date approaches, my ML seems to be getting more and more unhinged. She lives about 30 minutes away, and we see her pretty often. Throughout my pregnancy, she's been saying, "I'm here to help, just call me," which I appreciate. But now, it's turned into, "I'll take her if you need help." In what world does a woman who has had children and gone through the postpartum period think that taking a newborn baby away from their mother is helpful? Next time she brings it up, I'm thinking about saying, "We might need help picking up grocery orders for a bit," but I've heard from other moms that having someone take their baby away isn't really helpful. It's actually anxiety-inducing. When we figure out what we need help with, we'll let you know. I'm wondering, do other moms genuinely find it helpful when people take their babies so the parents can get things done? Or is it just my postpartum anxiety starting early? Update. I can't thank all of you enough for your input. As a soon-to-be first-time mom, I was starting to question whether I was in denial about what I'd actually need help with once the baby arrives. Like some of you mentioned, it could change once I'm in the thick of it. But just hearing her say, "I'll take her," is already so triggering, and my daughter hasn't even arrived yet. I had a serious conversation with my husband because, surprise, surprise, other issues with his mom have been coming up. Like I said, the closer we get to the C-section, the more unhinged she's becoming. For most of my pregnancy, she's kept it together, but now it's getting overwhelming. So, I finally broke down and told him everything that's been stressing me out, and honestly, the thing that has me most stressed in these last weeks is his family. He stopped by her house after work yesterday to discuss all of this, and her response was, "You guys have to do things your way. I'll wait to hear from you about when I can visit." I was going to make some freezer meals, but I'll hold off. While I think she's starting to get the message to back off for now, it's interesting to me that she's 30 minutes away, constantly sends us home with leftovers from dinners or get-togethers, but when it comes to actually helping with meals, it's, "I'll hold off." Meanwhile, I've been on maternity leave for a while now and have been preparing my own freezer meals, which she knows about. Plus, my sister, who lives 3 hours away, has arranged for us to receive 30 freezer meals from a local business. The business will deliver them right to our door after we get home from the hospital. So yeah, it's pretty clear what her intentions are now. Comment 1. I like to reply to my Emile as if she said the right thing. So, thanks. It would be so helpful if you could pick up groceries and make some freezer meals for us to have on hand. Husband will let you know if there's anything else we need. Do not even acknowledge her offer to take your newborn because that is not happening. Comment 2. We might need help with picking up grocery orders for a bit, But I've read and heard from other moms that other people taking their baby from them isn't actually helpful, it's anxiety-provoking. But when we figure out what will actually be helpful for us, we'll let you know. Instead say, we might need help with picking up grocery orders for a bit, but taking a baby from the mother/parents isn't actually helpful, so when we figure out what will actually be helpful for us, we'll let you know. Don't give her any wiggle room. If you say you read/heard something, she'll just come back with how she never heard it, so it's irrelevant. Comment 3. You don't have to say the second half of your reply to her. Just say, I don't need help holding the baby, but I will need help with picking up groceries, feeding the cat, and maybe vacuuming the ground floor while baby and I nap. If she truly wants to help you, she'll gladly do whatever you ask of her instead of prioritizing her desire to hold and coo over your newborn. She is not owed an explanation, so there is no need to justify or defend your rights regarding your own child. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you in the next video.